I was standing alone. The entire classroom was filled with laughter and chatter, but I stood in the midst of it, quiet and alone. It was strange, seeing the whole world pass in front of me with such vibrancy, all while I stood there. On the plus side, I wasn't engaged in any of the drama that might have arisen, like scribbling on someone's paper for revenge or kicking someone too hard. It was kind of nice just standing back and watching things pass by and life go on. I had long before convinced myself that I preferred being alone. I often said to myself in encouragement, "Yeah, I want to be alone. There's no one I like better than me. So I ought to spend more time with myself." But there was a certain bitterness that, coupled with being alone, made me feel so sad. There was a difference between being alone and lonely. I just didn't realize it at that moment. And even after that moment, my father, my mother, there was no one to turn to. I was so lonely. That's when I decided on it, right then. I was going to see my grandfather. I didn't care if my father wouldn't take me. I was going to walk my way over there and see what he had to say about it. I had never met or seen him before that. What better time to see him now? If no one else was going to help me with what I was feeling, I might as well have turned to him. So after school, I decided to walk there. I had no idea how to get there, and I was armed with only a scrap of paper with the address scribbled on it. As a 7-year-old, I obviously had great ideas. I soon became lost, and like I always did when I felt lost, I just stood there on the sidewalk, back pressed up against the wall and eyes looking at the strangers passing by. And, like always, people continued to pass by and life continued to go on. I was sadder than ever. I had ended up in the situation I was originally in. Nothing had changed. I thought that I was silly for even thinking that I could change things with my own hands. It was until a voice brought me back to reality.
Hun, is that you?
I looked up and saw an unfamiliar face, but it was obvious that whoever was talking to me knew who I was. And from that moment, things began to change. Life began moving its rusty joints, and I realized that things were moving along. Suddenly, I had become part of the crowd that moved like a blur past me. I was no longer someone who stood still and watched others hurry past me. Life had changed. I had changed. Because the very person who found me that day was my grandfather. Which is really epic. I mean, you're just a 7-year-old and you're like, I want to do this, so I'm going to do this, and then it actually works out. That's some amazing shit. Anyway, I had the opportunity to help them, though would I? I wanted to, but I wasn't sure if that was the best idea. After all, 5 demons in my house wasn't exactly the living arrangement that I had imagined when I first moved in. There was the matter of making sure no one found out about their powers, of course. Thinking about them as lab rats made my stomach queasy. And even if they passed for humans, how would I explain having guys living in my house? Imagine if my friends came over. They would practically think that I was part of a harem or something. Oh God, imagine if my parents came over. I think my mom would faint. Who knows what my dad would do? I think he would have them arrested on the spot. This was so hard. Maybe I should have written out a pros and cons list before actually having to make the decision.
Don't worry too much about it. You have plenty of time to decide. Besides, you should do what makes you happy as well.
The fuck? It was strange that I happened to remember what my grandfather said to me when I was little. Oh, it was a memory, not his ghost trying to communicate with you. I thought for a second that she heard her grandfather in the house. Anyway, it did kind of make sense. They weren't in the same exact situation that I was in before, but I did want to help them out. I think it would ease my conscience and also make me, I don't know, a bit happy to give them help, as weird as that sounded. Clenching my hands into fists, I strengthened my resolve to speak up. Well, You could...
What was that, lovely lady?
That is,
Spit it out already.
you could stay with me here, if you'd like. As soon as I finished my sentence, the room became still. I'm not sure what went through their heads from my words. The silence in the air cut like a knife until I finally spoke up once more. It seemed like you all needed a place to stay, and, well, I just moved into this giant house, so it seemed like it made sense. It was still quiet in the room. I decided to keep talking. If you would like to stay here, though, there are 2 things that I need all of you to follow.
Yes?
First of all, you can't use your powers, or deliberately do something that might harm me or guests that's come over. Well, save for enemies, but you get the drift.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, okay. And second, you have to help me with any errands around the house. This place is kind of big, so yeah.
That is a generous offer, miss. Are you sure that would be okay? We don't wish to burden you any more than we already have.
It's alright, really. I mean, I just started living here myself, so I would appreciate some help around the house.
A wonderful idea. We'll live here and train while helping you with the house. Servants for the lovely princess.
Sure, Eric, sure. And why is Sam looking so damn angry?
What? Are you serious?
Yes, why wouldn't I be?
Shh, be quiet, Sam. I haven't slept in a bed for days.
Yeah, listen to your brother Matthew. He gets it. Damien just giggles, like always. They all seem to like the idea, except for Sam. And hey, I didn't really hate the idea either, even if they were incubi. It would be interesting having 5 guys help me with taking care of the house, given they would follow the rules that I had just laid down.
Grr, fine, but we're not staying here forever. Only until we can beat up that group of punks.
Sounds fair.
I think that is a reasonable time limit for our stay.
Yes, this is awesome.
Cool.
Also beautiful. If you need a
God,
bedfellow.
Eric. Really?
Eric, knock it off.
Thank you, James. At least someone who gets it. Oh well, I think Matthew gets it as well, because he's like, oh, what the fuck? But yeah, I kind of like James. He's polite, he knows what to say, he's not like Eric at all. So, I don't know. I was happy that they agreed. Maybe it was because I wasn't going to be lonely for a while. Maybe it was because they all needed help, and my want to help people was fulfilled. I would never be sure.
So what are we waiting for? Let's celebrate and dig in.
Finally, I'm starving.
I'm not, actually, because for the first time since recording this game, I actually ate dinner before recording this. So I'm perfectly fine and full, and I'm only thirsty. And I made myself some hot cocoa. So that's really good. Anyway, what do they have to say? Instantly, Matthew and Sam began to stuff themselves with the food on the table. I noticed James's eyes twitching in irritation, so I stifled my incoming laugh.
Really, you two? You're both acting like pigs.
Oh, let them have a little freedom, James. It's not like we've eaten recently either. I'm sure they've been starving.
They probably have been.
Still, that's no excuse for stuffing their faces like backyard swine.
I almost couldn't hold it in. So I didn't? But I did? So then. Okay, so I didn't is that I will just burst out in laughter, which would probably please, I think, Eric. Then you have but I did, which means I will hold in my laughter, which will probably please James. I think. I'm not sure. And then you have the option so then, which I have no idea what that would be. So what I'm gonna do is can I save? Oh shoot, no, I can't save when I'm in an option. Okay, so since I like James a lot better than Eric, I'm gonna go with but I did. I think, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go with but I did. Okay, what was that? I saw, I think it was a yellow heart and a blue sort of cross thing. I'm not sure what they mean. I really need to find a wiki of this game or something, just to know what that is about. Anyway, I merely smiled before I took some food for myself. There was one piece of food that intrigued me, and was barely touched by the boys. It looked like green pasta with shrimp over it. Huh? What's this? Green pasta with shrimp? This sounds pretty good.
That, miss, is a shrimp pesto dish. Pastas are my specialty, so I'm positive you'll enjoy it.
Okay, I love pasta, I love pesto, and I really, really, really love shrimp. So that dish sounds delicious. Where's my James? I wanted James to make me that dish. I twirled some around my fork and tried it. I could feel my senses open as my taste buds practically melted in delight at the taste. It was creamy and savory, almost impossible to describe. Sounds pretty good. This is amazing!
I'm glad you like it. At least someone here in the room has taste.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. Matthew and Sam glared at James before they continued to eat. I couldn't help but smile at the brotherly quarrel before eating the rest of the pasta on my plate. James seemed to really hold high standards for his brothers, though it wasn't my place to question why. Eventually, we all ate dinner together. It was strange, eating with just guys, but they were enjoyable to be around, so yeah, that's pretty nice. They made me feel like a part of their family as we ate together. However, our peace was soon disturbed. Huh? It's my mom. Excuse me. Hello?
Hey, honey, how are you? I'm sorry I didn't get to see you off.
Yeah, pretty weird, Mom. Pretty weird. Didn't really appreciate that, but continue. Hi, Mom. Everything's fine. I'm actually eating dinner right now.
Oh, good, good. So there was food there.
Nope.
Well, your father wanted me to call and talk to you about having a house party tomorrow night.
Say what now?
Celebrate the new house and all.
What? A house party? Tomorrow night? So soon?
Your father insists. You know how he is with events.
I know how he is. I knew exactly what she meant. He didn't like long, relaxing periods between important events. It was slightly messed up. I was expected to act on the drop of a dime, from moving immediately the day after a funeral to my grandfather's house, to now organizing a party? I know. Well, since I don't exactly have you two here to help me arrange it, I'm going to need some time to prepare things.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, Suzu and Naomi can help. I have work, and you know how your father is.
That is so messed up. My mom calls me because she wants me to have a party tomorrow, and then she's not even willing to help me organize it. And my dad, well, the dad in that game is just so messed up. Not cool at all. But anyway, yeah. I know. I have to do it all myself. He won't help.
I'm sure it'll be amazing, honey. I have faith in you.
Whatever. Thanks, Mom.
All right, I gotta go. I love you, sweetie.
You sure about that? Love you too, Mom. Great. Now, how am I going to do this?
Is something wrong?
She has to organize a house party for her parents.
Damien! It's not cool to eavesdrop. Even if it's with your mind-reading thing. Not cool. Huh? How did you... Oh, right. Mind-reading. But yeah, I gotta do it soon or my parents will be really disappointed. I'll have to stay up and organize everything tonight.
Hey, why don't we help you? That's what we're here for, right?
Great idea, Matthew. You get a +1.
I don't see why not.
I can name a few reasons why we shouldn't.
You get -1, Sam. You're being a douche this whole evening. Go to your room.
Sam?
Back off.
You back off. Go to your room. Be nice.
We'll take care of everything, miss. Just leave everything to us.
That Was surprising. I didn't think the boys would offer help right off the bat. I couldn't help but smile. I was actually rather thankful now that I let them stay. Now I didn't have to do everything alone. As I kept thinking about it, I couldn't help but yawn.
Feeling a little tired over there, Princess?
Yeah, it's been a long day. At least tomorrow's the weekend, so I can sleep in. Then it hit me. Wait, where are you all going to sleep?
We found some guest rooms on the opposite end of the house from the master bedroom. I'm sure those will do just fine.
Oh, got it. Alright then. I'm heading to my room to study and sleep. I guess I'll see you all tomorrow.
Have a good night.
I will. You too. With that, I left the dining room and went to my room.
Eric, no.
Oh God, what is he up to?
What? I wasn't going to do anything.
Yes, he was.
Thank you, Damien, for confirming that Eric was and always will be a creep.